y'all, it's your girl Kimberly D. And if this is your first time stopping by Life with Kimberly D, then I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. But if you are part of the family already, hey y'all, how y'all been doing? It has been a couple of weeks, almost a couple of weeks, definitely a week and a half since I've uploaded anything, and life just be lifing. I know that's so cliche, but it is so true. Life has definitely been life, and I had one of our family members here on the channel ask me, what's up, girl? I've been looking for something and you ain't put nothing out. And I picked up the camera a couple of times and I started recording and I just put it down. So I said, okay, we're gonna call this a catch-up video because we just catching up. I say life been lifing, but at the same time, there's really not a lot to tell y'all. There's not a lot to tell y'all. I've been working, just trying to get used to this new position. Still trying to get used to the new position. It hasn't even been a year. I think we're coming up on 8 months. And with the new year, like everything else, everything's getting super busy. And yeah, it definitely requires, it doesn't require a lot of me. It just requires me to learn the job. And outside of that, I believe once I get it down where I feel comfortable, then we just gonna flow from there. Cause it very, very, it's hands-on, not micromanaged, self-managed completely. And I love it. I actually do. It's something that, I went to school for and I actually love it. But that learning curve, if y'all know about that learning curve, it could be something. That learning curve could be something. But you know what? I continue to pray and ask God to allow it to be something that I enjoy doing. Something that doesn't feel like work. Because they say if you're doing something that doesn't feel like work, or if you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. That's how it goes. You're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work. And I actually do enjoy it. So, I think I'm used to the hybrid schedule now. I think I'm used to that, going in, part of the week and working remotely the other part of the week. I think for me, that gives you, for me personally, it lets me know that there's relief. There's relief on the way. There's, you don't have to do the hustle and bustle, fight traffic, getting dressed, getting up early, making lunch, all the things that go along with being in a corporate environment or just being in any work environment, period. You don't have to go through all of that. You have your days that you do, and then you have your down days. So, that's always something to look forward to. And then we currently don't have to turn our cameras on when we're in meetings. They're thinking about changing that. So that'll be pretty interesting. It'll feel like you have to get dressed again. How many of you guys that work remotely from home only get dressed from the waist up and then have on PJs or something else on the bottom? Let me know in the comments if that's you. If you that half and half kind of person. Or do you get up every morning and get fully dressed like you're going to the office? Or maybe not in office attire, but just something casual. Something remote casual. Let me know if that's you as well. But other than just getting acclimated to the new position, just doing one thing that I can let you guys know. You guys know that last month I did the low sugar, low carb. Okay, so I did that, and I didn't do it 100%. I did not. I'm going to keep it 100 and let you know I did not do it 100%, but I'll give it about 75%. And I actually lost 5 pounds. So I thought that was amazing. Just to see the scale move in the right direction was what I thought was incentive enough. However, this month I decided to do the no meat February with one of my friends on Facebook. And I think I've said this before, that presented me with a lot of challenges. Because doing the low carb, low sugar, although I thought it was going to be difficult, it wasn't. It was easier than implementing the no meat. And I feel like I can do one or the other. But I was trying to do the low carb, low sugar and just add in the no meat and do low carb, low sugar, no meat for February. And that presented a challenge for me, because if you're not doing meat, you can still have potatoes, pasta, rice, fillers, basically. But if you're trying to also do low carb, low sugar, those things are kind of out the window. So you have to think outside the box. And that is where I believe I was presented with a challenge. So I was at Sprouts trying to buy some Ezekiel bread. And then I read the ingredients. And of course, I probably didn't do the full due diligence, because I'm sure the Ezekiel bread is better than what I purchased. And that was, I think, the Dave's bread. That may not be exactly what it's called, but I know Dave is in it. And I looked on the back and I compared, and the carb count was about 10 grams difference. The calorie count was about, one was 70, one was 80. The carbs were like 14 and 15. The sugars were like, I don't know if it was 1 or 4. They had similar numbers. So I was like, okay, I can spend $9.99 on the Ezekiel, or I can spend $6 something on the Dave's. So of course I went with the Dave's. And then the Ezekiel you could refrigerate, or you were required to refrigerate, but the Dave's you were not. And so my refrigerator was already packed, because my husband and I purchased a small home. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. And along with that, we purchased a counter height refrigerator. And when we purchased it from, I believe we purchased it from Lowe's, they informed us that because it's a counter depth, not height, it's a regular height refrigerator, but the counter depth refrigerator wasn't going to be as large, because of course it doesn't go out as far. And so they said it held enough space for 2, maybe 2.5 people. And we were like, that's fine, because there's only the 2 of us. But, now that we have boomerangs, we need more space. We need more space. And we have a small, little refrigerator in the office. And so I utilize that a lot for like drinks and things like that. But there's not a lot of space in the refrigerator. So just adding one more thing, like bread, that wasn't really a requirement. I was like, okay, Dave's is non-refrigerated required, even though my mom says it's probably best to put it in a refrigerator anyway. It'll last longer. And Dave's was like $3 plus less expensive than the Ezekiel. And I don't know what the Ezekiel tastes like, but the Dave's taste amazing. I got the grains and it tastes amazing. My husband doesn't like it, of course. He said it has too many seeds and nuts, and it has too much stuff in it. So he doesn't care for it, but I love it. I love the good bread. Let me know, all you carb lovers, if you love a good bread. You know how you go to the restaurant and they serve bread? Well, the really nice restaurants, they serve you bread If that bread ain't hitting, I'm not eating it. Period. I love going to a good restaurant and they serve delicious bread, warm and buttery. And at some of the steakhouses, they serve it in the little cast iron skillet, and it not only has butter, it has like garlic, and some have parmesan. And okay, that kind of went left real quick, especially since I'm talking about doing low carb. But that just lets you know I love me some bread, but I'm changing what I say. I'm changing my words because I appreciate a good bread, but I'm getting away from it because I may think I love it, but it definitely does not love me back. It puts love handles all over me, but it doesn't love me back in that way. So I'm getting real comfortable with not having a lot of carbs. Although I will say that last week was challenging and I found myself dibbling and dabbing. Is that how you say it? Dibbing and dabbing and dibbling. However you say it. I found myself doing that with carbs. Not just carbs, but with sugar. And I had some chicken and I had some shrimp. Not a whole lot, but enough to say that it interfered with my no meat February. And you know how you'll tell yourself, I'm just gonna do it this one time. And then one time turns into two, and two turns into three, and before you know it, you're like, what happened? How did I get here? So, yes, no, it was not good. I went left. I went left in regards to everything. The low carb, the low sugar, the no meat. So, I'm going to finish strong. We only have a few more days, about an entire week left in February, and I'm going to definitely finish strong. Because there's no reason not to. If you say it, what did we say we were going to do this year? We were going to stand on business. If you say you're going to do something, and you commit to doing it, honor your own words. Honor your own words and just do it. You'll thank yourself for it later. And I'm telling y'all, but I'm really telling me, because that's where I am. What else has been happening? I had a dentist appointment on yesterday because I missed a few appointments. So it's been a few months that I've gone and had my adjustments. I think that's what they're called. I'll get it in a minute. I think that's what they're called. I should know what they're called. I've had these braces on for 3 years almost. And I was supposed to have gotten them off last year. And we ran into some issues and it extended it. But I will say, and I may have said this before, the goal for even getting braces at this age, because I would have never thought in a million years that I would be a person that needed braces. However, I had some extractions done over the years, and having those empty spaces, I told myself I was going to get implants, and it didn't happen as fast as I thought it was because they are very expensive and it's a process. And so I didn't get them done. Needless to say, the bottom row of my teeth started to shift, and they were shifting in, like they were crashing into each other and making them kind of do some things, and that just wasn't working for me. So that's how we got here to braces. And the goal was to pull everything back because the back teeth had shifted forward. And so there was still a space, but the space wasn't wide enough at this point to insert the implants. So we needed to put on the braces to shift everything back, straighten this front back out, and create spaces here so you can slide the implants in, and then I was missing one up here as well. So that was the plan. That was the game plan. And over maybe going into the third year, we noticed that the way he was adjusting my braces, it started closing up the gaps. The gaps here started closing, the gap there started closing, and before we knew it, it was closed. And I was like, okay, like we didn't see that one coming. At least the orthodontist stated that he didn't see it coming either, but it works for me. It saves me money with purchasing 3 implants. And so that's what we went with. So I'm happy about that. That definitely, spending money saved money. Imagine that. They always say in order to make money, you gotta spend money. So spending money actually saved money for me. So I'm excited about that. But I went yesterday, and the plan is to remove the braces at this point. And so we had to make the implants, or make the impressions for my retainer. And so that appointment went way long. It went much longer than any other appointments that I can remember, for several different reasons. But I'll tell you, while I lay there and waited for the orthodontist, it was amazing. I didn't even know that I needed that kind of rest, but I did. And so I was like, am I snoring? Can people hear me snoring? And at that point, really didn't care, because that rest felt so good. And yesterday, I think we were in the high 70s. And so, where I was laying, I could see out of the window, and it kind of pointed out to the street, and you could see the cars going by. And then the window was really big. Although they had the shades down, you could still feel the heat coming through it. And it was like the perfect amount of heat versus the perfect amount of AC in the room. So it was a really good sleep. And then on the TVs, you know how they have the TVs hanging above or mounted above you. And they had some cartoon playing that I said I was going to come home and look for. I don't know what it was. I just know that I think he was a koala bear, a little man, koala bear in a little suit. And he was like the talent scout or something. And there was pigs and elephants. There were a lot of farm animals. That were auditioning. And I do remember, because I went in and out of sleep as they were coming in and out doing different things. And I remember there was a talent contest that initially was supposed to be, the reward was $1,000, but I guess his secretary, maybe her glasses fell off and something else happened, and instead of putting $1,000, it ended up being $100,000. And then something else happened where all the flyers, like she made the flyers, and then something happened where the fan came on or something, and the flyers flew all around, out the window, and all over town. So of course everybody auditioned thinking that they were going to get $100,000 reward, when he only intended for $1,000. And I don't remember what happened after that, because my doctor came in and we kind of continued on with the appointment. So I still have to do my due diligence and searching for that cartoon and watching it from beginning to end, because it seemed like it was quite entertaining. But I will say that appointment lasted for so long, and they did so much to my mouth. I felt some kind of way. I don't know. I felt some kind of way about the appointment. I felt some kind of way with finally coming to the end of the braces, and the store, Safeway, was just across the parking lot. And I went over there, and guys, I bought a pudding ring cake. And you know, the kind of pudding cakes, not just one flavor. It was like 4 different sections, and I purchased it. It was on sale. Not that that makes it any better, because I shouldn't have had it, but I was trying to be rational. And I said, well, I like that flavor, my husband likes that flavor, and we'll just see about the other 2. It'll be something new we can try, and we'll just have a little piece and then we'll discard it. Because generally what I do is, if I buy sugar or something that I'm not supposed to have, I'll just say I'm gonna have so much of it, and then I call my cousins and let them know, you know, let the kids know I have sweets, I have sugar, and then I kind of make sure that my little cousins, they all get it. But I still have some left. And so I told my husband, whatever doesn't get eaten today, whatever, of course we're not trying to consume the whole thing, but whatever we don't eat by morning, I'm gonna chunk it. I'm gonna just chunk it. So family, if y'all see this and y'all close, y'all have till in the morning. Call me, text me, let me know, put it in the comments that you're gonna come pick it up, and I will have it wrapped and sealed and ready for you to take it. So let me know, because I can't sabotage my own self. I figure if I don't put it in the house, then that helps me. That helps me get used to not having it. And then once I don't have it for so long, then I won't crave it, because I have been known to be a very emotional eater. I think I've said that before. No matter if it's happy, sad, nervous, no matter what the emotion is, just being an emotional eater. And I think a lot of us are emotional eaters, because we use food to reward, we use food to celebrate, we use food to mourn, we use food to do all things, really, if you really think about it. And it's just being more responsible in your food choices. We can definitely still utilize food to do all of those things, but it's just being more responsible in your food choices. And I know, as I'm hearing myself say be more responsible in my food choices, it's not very responsible to it's not very responsible to impart that negative on someone else's children. But you know, kids love sugar. And that's something that, if we change the narrative on kids loving sugar to maybe something more healthy, then they won't have to go through so much growing up or as adults. So yeah, as I hear myself saying these things, I'm feeling a little bit guilty about giving other people things that I wouldn't want for myself. So maybe we'll just chunk it. Y'all don't worry about it. We'll just chunk it. So yeah, that's about all that's been happening with me. I got together with some girlfriends about a week ago. I did not vlog. It wasn't a week ago. It was last Friday. Wow, today's only Tuesday. Friday seemed like it was a long time ago. Yeah, I got together with some of my girlfriends from grade school, high school, and we just had dinner. I did not vlog it. We had a really good time. And then on Saturday evening, we did couples bowling, and that was very interesting. My husband, y'all, he did me wrong again. He did me dirty again. I was real close a couple of times. And we did the unlimited bowling. It was an experience because I had my nail appointment, and my nail tech, aka my cousin, she has her own boutique now, and I'm so super excited and so proud of her. And we're gonna share all of her information here on the channel. So if you are in the metropolitan area, you can definitely look her up, and she'll hook you up. So it's I'll give y'all all the deets. Once she gives me the release, then I'll give y'all all the deets. And so I had my nail appointment and I was a little bit late. So it's funny how it's like a domino effect. I was late to that, which made me late to my couples bowling event. But I was real late to that, guys. I was real late. But it kind of worked out because we got there in enough time to do the unlimited bowling. But we got there, we got our lane, we got set up, we bowled maybe three sets, 3 rounds, maybe 3 rounds. That's probably what it's called. I don't know all the bowling lingo. And the balls never came back. So you know how you have the long, the row of balls that are in the ball holder, I'm just gonna call it that for lack of actually knowing what it's called. All the balls we bowled and the balls never came back. You know when you send the ball down the alley, it comes back, and they never did. And so we had to go get the attendants. They worked on it, they took some stuff apart, and maybe after 45 minutes they said it was fixed. We bowled all those balls, they never came back. So they had to come back, start working on it again. And I went and I said, you know, why don't you guys just move us to a different lane? I don't know why I had to think of that. They should have thought of that. But nevertheless, they moved us to a different lane where we had no problems. And they refunded all of our money because we lost at least a good hour just sitting there and waiting. So they refunded us all of our money because bowling is not cheap. It's not cheap. So that was a win. That was a win-win. And we had the group that was sitting across from us. It was another couple, and I just kind of advocated for both of us. And they had their own balls. So once they were able to retrieve their balls, they kind of moved right with us. So when I was speaking for us, I was speaking for them as well, because we were in the, you know how you have 2 lanes or two sections on 1 lane. And so it was happening for them just like it was for us. So it only made sense. But we enjoyed ourselves. We enjoyed ourselves. I want to do it more often because I want to get better. And when I would throw the ball, as soon as the ball leaves your hands, you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. Like you can feel it when it's wrong or when it's right. And I noticed that whenever I swing my arm or swing the ball back more and release, it does what I expect it to do. But when I didn't do that, it didn't. So I just want to do it more often. I don't want to join a league or anything like that because I just want it to be fun and relaxing. I don't want a lot of rules involved. You know, I don't want the stress. I like bowling because it's relaxing. It's fun. You get to throw something really big and heavy and knock some other things over. That is a stress reliever for me for sure. So I don't want anything structured. I just want to go bowl, but I do want to get better at it. Because one of these days, y'all, I'm going to beat my husband. He's really good. And he just kept striking one after the other. And I'm like, really? Now you just showing out. It ain't even cute. You just showing out. But that was just being a hater. So that's pretty much all that I've been doing. I keep saying that's all I've been doing, and then I'll be telling y'all a whole lot of stuff that I'm doing. But I'm trying to be on chill mode. Like I promise y'all, when I'm finished talking to y'all, I am gonna drink my tea. I already have it right here in my little K mug. Y'all know I love me a good mug, and I love mugs that have my initials or my whole name on them. I have that one too. But I'm gonna drink my chamomile. I think this is chamomile and vanilla. Chamomile, warm vanilla. I believe that's what this one is. It is by 20s. Yeah, it's by 20s. So I'm gonna drink that, and then I'm going to shower and go to bed. I've already brushed my teeth, so that probably wasn't a good idea. to brush my teeth before having my tea. Yeah, that may not have been a good idea, so we may have to revisit that. But yeah, I'm gonna drink my tea just to kind of help me finish relaxing, and then I'll probably utilize my Dr. Teal's. I think it's the lavender. I don't know what it's called. I know it's in the blue bottle. It's by Dr. Teal's. It's the lavender formula, and it really does help. It really does help you just kind of relax and mellow out and get to sleep. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. I promote that. The Dr. Teal's lavender mixed with the chamomile. Because I'm going to tell y'all, your girl cracked open her bottle of liqueur that she received for her 50th birthday. And it's a really, really pretty pink bottle. And you know, my office had pink in it, lots of pink. So I just kind of had it sitting there like as a decor piece. And now that we deconstructed the office, I decided, let me just go ahead and crack the bottle open. That was the wrong thing to do. It was very, very tasty. What night was that? That was Friday night. It was very tasty. It was so good. But I'm telling you, I paid for it on Saturday morning. That's probably how I was late to everything, because I couldn't get myself together. I felt like I had a hangover. I was tired. I probably did have a hangover because I had a headache. I was extremely tired. I felt like I could not get going. I couldn't get it together. So I was like, I don't even know why you tried it. I don't even know why you tried it, because you know you not that girl. You don't do it well. It's not that you can't do it, you don't do it well. So you shouldn't do it at all. And I at least wanted to try it. It was a birthday gift. It was an important birthday gift. It was a beautiful bottle. And I wish I had tried it with my sister friend that gifted it to me. But to keep myself from being tempted, I re-gifted it to my cousin. So you have to let me know, girl. I know you're going to be watching. Let me know what you thought of it, because I thought it was amazing. And the bottle is beautiful. So once you're done, you can give me my bottle back. I'll fill it up with water and put some food coloring in it to make it pink. Because the bottle was pink and the wine was pink. And it wasn't a big sparkly, because I don't really like the carbonation. I'll drink carbonation and kombucha, but that's pretty much it. It was good. But I don't know if I had too much. I don't know if I drank it too late. I'm not sure, because I drank it about close to midnight. And when I woke up in the middle of the night with my glasses still on, I knew that something wasn't right. I said, what happened? When did I even get to sleep? And why are my glasses still on? So, yeah, I knew something was wrong at that point. So, I'm not that girl. I'm going to just go ahead and leave it all for everybody else who can handle it, who can handle their liquor and tolerate it and not pay for it the next day. So drink responsibly. Drink very responsibly. If it doesn't do well with you, then don't do well with it and just leave it alone. But going forward, guys, y'all pray for your girl. I know I've been talking to y'all for a long time. Y'all pray for your girl. Help me finish this No Meat February strong. I asked y'all for some recipes. Y'all ain't gave me one recipe in the comments yet. Facebook has been flooding me with recipes. So, yes, y'all go ahead and help me out and finish No Meat February strong. Give me some options on how to do it low carb and low sugar, as well as the no meat. And tomorrow's hump day, and we'll be back to another weekend. I plan on relaxing this weekend and not packing it with everything. I do need to get my hair done, because if y'all can see, I colored my hair. I don't know if y'all can tell or not. I colored it. I tried to do a honey blonde. I used L'Oreal. I don't know which one, but one of the L'Oreals. And I tried to do a honey blonde, and of course it didn't come out exactly how I anticipated it, but I'm okay with the results. But I did miss my hair appointment on Saturday. No, it was on Sunday. It got switched to Monday. I missed that one. So I'm gonna reschedule for this coming weekend, but for the time being, I gotta figure something out, because I believe I'm going to lunch with my manager and colleagues, and I gotta do something with this head, because this ain't it. But other than that, I don't have much. I am going to become more consistent with picking up the camera and giving you guys content. I am going to become more consistent with that, because I thought about it today and I said, okay, you need to rediscover your why. You need to rediscover your why, and your why has to be more than enough to make you pick up that camera when you don't feel like it, to get rid of all the excuses that you'll tell yourself as to why you can't do it. Your why has to be bigger than your why not to do it. So, yeah. Why not? Your why not has to be bigger than the why you're not doing it. It has to, in order for you to accomplish. Sometimes we have to go when we don't want to go, do when we don't want to do, but it all works out in the end when you push past the negativity, push past the self-doubt, push past the laziness, push past all the things that will keep you stuck in wherever you are standing currently. So I will talk to y'all beautiful people on another day, and I pray that you all have an amazing night and you sleep well and you have an even more amazing tomorrow. God gives you the blessing of tomorrow. Be blessed in it, and don't forget to bless somebody else. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.